There comes a time in every person's life when you just gotta revive the dead things, you know? Whether that be memes or anime, like it, hey, you gotta revive it sooner or later. For example, katekyo Hitman Reborn. Oh my goodness. Yo, it is so dead that it's not in the new Jump Force game. The Jump Force game that has a buttload of shonen characters. It was in J Stars, yeah, but like they just completely left it out of Jump Force, even though he completely fits in that game, fighting style wise, dude. Katekyo Hitman Reborn has been dead for a long time. But people always ask how Mafia works, and you know, I know how. You take a kid, you shoot him in the head. wait, wait, wait. Then you give him powers, right? And then he rages, Royd rages out, and then runs around in his underwear beating up bad guys. And you know the person that shoots him, a baby with a chameleon that turns into a gun. That's how Mafia works. There it is. That's how it works. No, but besides that, like all jokes aside, like I actually really enjoyed the anime. Specifically because it aired around the time when Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece were at their, I wouldn't say their peak, but they were at their top performing way back in like, God, I forgot what year it was, but it was a while ago. But they were peaking and they were really high, and Katekyo Hitman Reborn was kind of like overshadowed by, well, like the other big three were outshining Katekyo Hitman Reborn, and we're just gonna call it Hitman Reborn. And it was such a good anime, but the other ones were even better, even though Hitman had its perks, you know what I'm saying. But the one thing that people didn't really like was the fact that it just ended. Like after this specific arc where he fought this one guy, it just stopped and it never came back. It just ended. Even though the manga went far surpassed where the anime was, and there was so much content that was available, but they just didn't want to do it. But it lasted for a long time. There was like 205 episodes or something like that, and it had room for at least a good 350 episodes, I would say. Like it had a lot of room for more, but it just ended abruptly. And one of my favorite things about this anime was that it had a lot of original ideas, and or I wouldn't say ripped off content, but a lot of content they took from other shows and incorporated into the show, and for some reason it kind of just felt right. I don't know how to explain that one. Like you had Suna, right? That's the main character's name. He was running around with fire fists, right? And he's running around with fire fists. He's throwing out freaking Pokemon. He's wanting to be the Hokage. I mean, head Don mafia leader. And his lion. Guess what his lion's name was? It's freaking Natsu. What the Natsu, like fairy tale Natsu. I was like, what the hell? What? Even though the anime had a lot of basic shonen tropes, it felt like more of a shoujo AI kind of show. Like you got shonen and shoujo. It felt more like a shoujo because they developed the characters to make them look really handsome-esque is the word I'm looking for, I guess. If that's a word, I don't really know, but it's a thing I just made up just now, so hey, why not? In a world of Mafia and Pokemon, let's follow Suna and his friends, who don't know they're the freaking Mafia, but somehow get by with friendship. They're like, hey, well, we don't really know we're in the Mafia, or they're like, oh, this baby's here with us. Well, we have to help our friend because why not? It was a little confusing. The show had really good, fight scenes and actually pretty good arcs, but overall, my favorite arc, for some reason, was the arc when they had Pokemon. Like, they used their Von Gola rings and they were just like, well, I got a box instead of a Pokeball. Yeah, I choose you, kangaroo with rockets on his back. Like, what kind of concept But seriously though, like the Pokemon arc was a little different, but I like the powers that it gave them. I was just like, why did they just randomly incorporate Pokemon in the show? Like it was a little weird, a little off putting, but at the same time, it came out to be something really dope. Like the powers that Suna gained was actually really unique and fantastic. Like also, oh, there's another thing. Okay, you know how in My Hero Academia you have Deku, and he has all the previous users of One for All. So in Katekyo Hitman Reborn, you have all the previous leaders of the Mafia, and all their specific powers are incorporated into the ring, and Suna has access to all of them. You got an ice power, you got a cloak power, you got fire fist, his own unique fire fist powers. You got a gun. Like there's so many abilities that he has, and I wouldn't say he ripped off you know My Hero Academia, because My Hero Academia came out way after Katekyo Hitman Reborn. But I guess they came up with some original concepts that didn't really go a long way or didn't really become mainstream, kind of like My Hero Academia did. There was a lot that they put in the anime that I felt that was really 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 original, but it was also kind of weird. But hey, that's how Mafia works. Okay, I know I'm coming back to this again, but okay, One Piece, they had some really really cool original characters that looked wacky and zany and weird. But a kangaroo with the freaking rocket launcher on his back, that honestly, that takes the cake in terms of character designs. That was a little weird. That was very strange. This might turn into like a mini rant, but the boxer that was like Ryohei or whatever his name was, like he's a boxer. Like, why does your kangaroo have a rocket launcher on its back? Like, or was it either a jetpack or a rocket launcher? I don't fully remember. It's been a while, but like it's just weird as like a character design. I'm stopping. But to be honest, like, if you ever want to pick up the show, it starts off extremely slow. The main character Suna, he walks around in his underwear when he gets his superpowers, and he doesn't have fire fists or any cool abilities or anything. He just gets angry and goes ah, and just punches people. That's about it. And then once it starts picking up and going faster, I personally think it goes a little bit too fast, because we went from him running around in his underwear to getting Pokemon to him getting all the Von Gola powers in like 200 episodes. So there was a lot. Like for most shows like Naruto, One Piece, or Bleach, it takes a while for the characters to develop over time. But with Suna, they did like jam packed it all in like 200 episodes. So it was very condensed. But at the beginning it was too slow, and then towards the middle ending it went super super fast. And yes, I'm gonna get back on this topic again. They just stopped it after 200 and some episodes, and it never picked up again. But if you ever watched the show and you wanted to, I guess, continue the show, you can watch Ed Alive. It was created by the same author. It's not as good, but has the same art style, and they did, I guess, even though Ed Alive is not as good as Katekyo Hitman Reborn. Actually, I found the anime pretty boring. I dropped the manga like halfway through, and I was just like, nah. I'm not hating on the show. It's just like not my jam. Ed Alive it was like, why would you make this? Like, why not just continue Katekyo Hitman Reborn? Another thing that I thought was really cool. So you know how a lot of different shonen anime have their own like gimmick, like One Piece has pirates, Naruto has ninjas, Bleach has the Grim Reapers. You got other shows with aliens, or you got isekai main character and whatnot. But like they have their own gimmick. But Katekyo Hitman's Reborn, like its gimmick is the mafia. And when you look at the show, you're like, hey, that's how mafia works. For a show that was dead for so long, it surprisingly is pretty popular. What the hell? Look how many members that is. That's weird. 2010? It ended in 2010? Oh my, yo. That was so long ago. God, it's like that dad that walks out in your life and then never comes back. Wait, didn't that happen to Suna in the show? Like, didn't his dad just not come back for many years and just randomly came back and just punched him in the face or something? Like, well, that's how mafia works. I've said that like 4 times in the video.